Hello there everybody, and welcome to the second world tour of my solo world. It has been almost 6 months. I think in just a couple days it'll have been 6 months since the last video. And I checked out the video before starting this recording, and I was honestly pretty surprised at how little there was in the world back then. I thought I had done more before recording it. But there is a lot to show off in this video. We're starting off down here in the basement of my house. You have seen most of this, but there has been some changes. And I'll kind of go over what I think the changes were. I didn't watch the whole video, I just skimmed through it, so I don't really remember everything that I showed, but I'll try to get everything. So this is the storage room. I think in the last video, this area wasn't here, it was just all the chests, and then there was like a wall where I said I was going to expand into like a plus sign shaped storage room with a whole bunch of stuff going on. That didn't happen, but I do have a bunch of smelting area, I have my enchantment table, and this is just a temporary location for the enchantment table. I haven't actually done anything with an enchantment room yet, so this is just where it is for now. We've got my blast furnaces, they're all full of iron right now. I'm preparing for a big project that I'm starting. Here's all my smokers and then the regular furnaces. And you can see I have just things everywhere. This is very unorganized. I still have to build other rooms to store like brewing area and all that. And this is how I get my snow. I haven't named him yet, but I probably will at some point. You can see there's shulker boxes everywhere, there's chests for just about everything. I am kind of outgrowing the storage room. You can see in the stone chest here, all of these chests are full, except for the top one here. And the dirt chest has been overflowing. All these are full. It's been overflowing for a long time. The extra chest is full of dirt just everywhere. I thought these ones had more dirt in them, but I think I used that for something else. I've got archaeology stuff, bunch of trims that I've collected, the new music disc, bunch of sherds and pots, mob heads. This is from the data pack that I have from Vanilla Tweaks that allow me to get a bunch of different mob heads. I haven't done anything with them yet, but I think I will at some point. And these two, you can see how much iron I've been collecting for the project. I need a lot of hoppers for it. Yeah, that's the storage room, and I think in the last video, this doorway wasn't here like this. It was just like a 2x1 entrance, but I finished the doorway. And here is the underground area. I think this was also done, for the most part, in the last video. You can see Endermen have been down here just placing dirt everywhere. But I did fill in these little areas. I didn't do all the bushes and stuff that I originally wanted to. I might go back one day and change this, but I just planted grass and flowers all over the place in these little grassy areas. My mine is still here, and I might actually go down there in a second to show you the mine. Last time I didn't do that, but I think I should be able to this time. I think this is also something that was in the last video. It's my farm. It's been breaking, the pumpkin melon area. They keep growing on top of the roots. So that's gonna have to be fixed at some point. But, well, actually maybe not, because I do have another melon pumpkin farm now. So this can probably stay. But yeah, it's been producing quite a lot of stuff and things for the world. So that's pretty good. Okay, sorry about that quick cut. I got a text that I had to respond to real fast. Okay, so yeah, I just showed that. So now, you can see the nether portal is also now down here, not on the hill where it used to be. There's now something completely different on the hill where the nether portal once stood, and we will be going into the nether because there are some things in there to show. I'm sorry if you just... I don't know if the mic would have picked up that popping sound. My neck popped when I turned my head. Yeah, let's go ahead and go down and look at the mine, just to kind of show how much I've been mining. And I'll show how many diamonds I have once I get back up. But yeah, this is a huge area that I have dug out, and it's kind of been slowly expanding. I'm starting to get to a point where I'm running into nothing but just lava pits everywhere. So I'm probably going to be discontinuing this mine in not too much longer of time, but there's also a bunch of tunnels that go pretty far. Been getting some amethyst from this guy right here. And yeah, I do want to say, before I show the diamonds, I guess while I'm climbing back up the ladder, I have, thankfully, not done any cheating in this world. My previous solo world, which there are a couple videos on the channel, I did end up cheating. I went into creative mode and built the iron farm, because I got really frustrated with dealing with the villagers, so I just cheated to do that. And this time I am determined to not cheat, because every time I do cheat in one of these worlds, I get very burnout and bored of the world after cheating, because I like to do all the grinding. That's one of the most fun parts of Minecraft for me, is the grinding aspect of getting all the materials. So, I have... Oh, I guess it's nighttime now. I have kind of, maybe, I guess you can consider it cheating by going into spectator mode to look for caves that need lighting and things like that. But other than that, I haven't been in creative and done anything with that. So, I just wanted to show the mine to kind of show, like, look, I am digging everything out. Where are the diamonds? Yeah, all these diamonds are not just things I got off camera. You know, the whole YouTuber meme of, hey, I did some mining off camera. I did not do that. These were all naturally gained, and I found some more regular diamond ore, which I won't be breaking because it's more rare. I have some netherite stuff too. I raided a bastion. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to bring up the whole, what type of, I guess, cheating I do, just going into spectator mode to find caves. I don't use creative mode because that just completely burns me out on worlds and makes me not want to play on them anymore. So everything you see in this world today is purely survival over the past 6 months or so, with quite a few breaks in between. But let's go up the bubble elevator, and we'll have to sleep before we actually go outside. But this is my house. If you saw the last video on this world, you will recognize it. Here is a... I think this is a failed map, maybe, of one of the older iterations of the world. And if you are new, I do kind of call this house the ice cream house, because it reminds me of those, like, party pails of ice cream where you have the chocolate, strawberry, and vanilla. Just kind of reminds me of that. If we go upstairs here, I finally have a ceiling on the house. The last episode I did not have that. There's my bed. I think it's in the same spot. Dog is not here. He is now located somewhere else, which I will show. This is the armor that I used when I beat the Ender Dragon. Just iron armor. And I think this might have been my first set of iron armor. I'm not sure. Got the Enderman skull still up there. Not really skull, but just head. And here's all the stuff that's going to be going into my museum. My first diamond... dragon head, the dragon egg, my first brush, which it was the first one I ever made, like, I didn't even make brushes in, like, any snapshots or any other worlds before this, when the archaeology came out, so, decided to put that here. My first piece of armor in the world, my first ever pickaxe, and this suspicious stew is the first thing I ever got from digging out an archaeology thing. I went to a suspicious gravel, brushed it, and this is the first ever thing I got. So I wanted to keep that to kind of remember the first item I got from archaeology. I also have some suspicious gravel and suspicious sand. I'm not sure if the bug is still in the game, but there is a method to get these in survival, so I wanted to do that before before it got fixed. And this is my first piece of ancient debris, and then just a piece of deep slate coal ore, since that's kind of a rare-ish block, but not really. And then also, this is a statues book. It allows me to manipulate armor stands. It was also gotten from Vanilla Tweaks, same place as the mob heads. So I guess kind of mod type thing, but not really. I kind of consider it vanilla because it was used on Hermitcraft, and I kind of judge vanilla things by what's allowed on Hermitcraft in a way, kind of, but not really also at the same time. My brain's all over the place, so sorry if nothing I say makes sense. But here's the maps. You saw, this was a failed map because I missed that line. You saw that in the last video if you saw the video. I think this map was shown in that video as well. I don't know if this one was. You can see the differences. There was like my first attempt at a mine, which didn't work out, and then now it's covered up and has the villager thing, and you can see the, right there above the crosshair was another portal, and then my original farm, all my stuff was sitting outside back then. This is a more recent one, but not the most recent map. I haven't made the most recent one yet. You can see there's a lot more added between the two. Cow Farm's still, well actually it's moved a bit. You got an area where I was getting Podzol, that's what it's called. And yeah, that box, I'll show you what's in there soon, and I'll show you all that soon too. But yeah, that's about it for the house. I'm going real slow on this tour. I looked over at the time and saw I was at 12 minutes, so sorry about the slowness, but, you know, it's alright. But here is the outside of the house. You may remember I said I was going to improve the roof in the last video, and I definitely think I did that. I just didn't have enough materials when the roof was originally built. And now there are also a lot of trees and just decoration all around the house. I think it makes it look a lot better than what it was originally. And there are now pathways leading all around everything. We'll get to over there in just a few minutes. That box that you saw, I found this guy walking around and I trapped him. And that's basically the end of that story. I don't know what I'm going to do with him from here. He'll probably just sit here forever inside this box. These guys, I just found them in my boat, and I've been slowly making them waste their arrow durability, or their bow durability, so that hopefully I can, I guess, kind of tame them and put them somewhere in the future. If that's even still a thing, I don't know if it is or not. But if we walk around here, you can see one of the biggest builds I have done, which is my Sniffer Sanctuary. We'll get to that in just a minute. And you can see over there what replaced the Nether portal. We'll get to that in a minute too. We go around here though. This chest is still sitting here. I don't know if I'll ever clean it up. It's just full of a bunch of random stuff. Up here is the villager trading, breeding area. I think there's only like one more villager from the last time, and it's this guy. And I have these chests which had stuff in them. Here's the breeding room. It hasn't changed at all. There's just a couple guys sitting in here waiting to be bred. Also, I haven't done anything with this room yet. This was going to be where I infected and healed villagers to get cheaper trades. But I decided I'm not going to do that in this world. Okay, sorry about that cut. I had to clear my throat. It was getting stuffy, I guess. But yeah, that's the villager trading area. If we go over this way, we have the little box that I use to, basically I put concrete in here. I put it on that block and just kind of have pickaxe in this hand, concrete in the offhand, and I hold down the place and break button and just do that. Um, I don't really have a big fancy mechanism for getting rid of all that, so I just did this. I might have one of those fancy machines at some point. Over here is a cactus farm. I needed dye for one like specific thing, which was actually the sniffer's head. I needed cactus dye for that, so I decided to build a farm. And now I don't really need that much cactus, but it is working pretty well, so yeah. I don't know if I'll ever really need green dye, or at least this much green dye, but if I ever do, I have it. This area I haven't done anything with yet. I don't know what I'm going to put here. I'm kind of slowly turning this into, like, a weird town type thing. Don't really know where I'm going to go with it from here. I think over there is going to be a sheep farm, or a wool farm. Just somewhere around there. And if you saw the last video, you may remember that there were hills all over the place here. I flattened this whole area, which you can see the remnants of it there. And then I had to kind of carve this out to make it look somewhat natural, because it went all the way around. Flattened all that out to make room for this, which this might be the biggest project I've ever built in the game. And I built it specifically just for sniffers. I always find it kind of funny when people say sniffers and all these new mobs that are considered useless. I think it's funny when people call them useless, because if you got a creative mind, you can make your own entertainment out of it, I guess. So this build probably took, I'd say, anywhere from 8 to 10 hours, maybe more, maybe a bit less. And I did it all to store sniffers, so the sniffer mob being added gave me quite a few extra hours of playtime. So yeah. I don't really consider anything in Minecraft useless, because you can always think of something to do with it. But if we go through here, here is the Sniffer Sanctuary. I've been really getting into trying to do custom trees. You can see a couple of them up there, and you'll see a really big one in a little bit. Tried to make it look like there were, like, mountains and then the sky. And there's trees all over the place. You can see the lighting. There's a few other animals in here that were just in here when the walls got put up and they got trapped. Didn't want to kill them, so they're here now, just existing with the sniffers. I am naming all of my sniffers. I only have 2 so far. I haven't bred them yet. But I'm going to be naming all of them. And I decided to kind of go for foliage names. So this guy is named Bonsai. Just one of the first 2 names I came up with off the top of my head. And then over here, we have Hedge. So we've got Hedge and Bonsai for our first 2 sniffers in this world. They've been producing an okay amount of old seeds or ancient seeds, whatever they'd be called. Over here, I kind of made like a fake cave by putting black concrete here. I think it kind of looks cool. Did a lot of terraforming of the area. This is all flat, and then I built up all this stuff, which you can probably tell because they don't really look that natural. Which I wasn't really trying to make them look completely natural. I kind of wanted to go for a bit of an artificialish style, like it's a zoo type situation. But all these are hollow. There's a kind of path leading up here. And there's nothing really up here, it's just extra area that sniffers can walk around. But you can see one of the custom trees that I did here. I'm still new to custom tree making, so they don't look that great. I really like how that one turned out. This one, I like it, but I feel like it was a bit small. And then we have these smaller custom trees scattered about. And it does look like the sun is starting to go down, so I'll have to sleep again here in a minute. But we can go back out through this way and move on to the next area of the world. And these are the last 2 little builds before we go on to the things outside of my main area. So if we go around over here, you can see I have expanded the cow farm. They have their own little shed, and plenty of area to roam around. That's how I'm getting all my food. If we continue, actually, before we continue on the path, I'm going to sleep real fast. Okay, I have slept. It is now morning, so we can go up to my next build. And this is a pretty big build too. I don't know if this one's bigger or if that one's builder. This one, builder? Bigger. I don't know if that one's bigger or this one. But this is the first one out of the two that I built. It is Dog Dog Ranch. I couldn't decide if I want to name it Dog Dog Farm or Dog Dog Ranch. I don't really know the difference, so I just named it Ranch. You can see all the custom spruce trees that I built along the edge, and then this is the big custom tree. And this was actually the first one that I did. I'm pretty happy with how it came out. It's not perfect. There's definitely improvements to be made in my custom tree building, but I am pretty happy with it. For it being the first one and all. And we just have a little road going around. We've got a little farm here. I do plan on expanding the farm back there, and making an actual, like, large farm area. But this is just for decoration. We have the barn. The door does not open because this is actually the new pumpkin and melon farm. I'll do a flyover of the whole area when I'm done giving the main tour, and I'll show you the inside of that. But right now it's producing. It's also very loud. I don't go near it too often. This is just a silo that I built. I was thinking of turning it into a creeper farm, but I don't know if that'll work out. So it's just kind of existing here. Just decoration. We have a wall of trees here. This is just kind of hiding the fact that I got lazy and didn't continue the build all the way back here. But eventually I will get to all this. But if we go over here, we can go to the farmhouse and see Dog Dog. He is happily sitting out on his porch. Go ahead and give him some food. He hasn't been named yet. I haven't gotten a name tag yet for him. But it is Dog Dog. So that's cool. And now we can enter the house. Okay, sorry again for that cut. My throat's doing weird things today. We can now go into the house, and I have fully decorated the interior. I'm pretty happy with how it came out. We have a little table here. We've got the kitchen with a classic iron Minecraft refrigerator. I haven't actually put a button with a dispenser on it. I think I might do that, put some food in there and press the button and it'll shoot out food. But yeah, this is the kitchen area. If we go around here, there's a little hallway leading to the living room, which has a big screen TV here and a little balcony area overlooking it. The roof kind of looks a bit funny, but I kind of like it. And we have the, I guess, kind of chandeliers dangling down. Got some bushes hanging out. If we go over this way, we got a little painting, a little table. The garage, nothing's in here, but it exists. And then here's a little bedroom. This is the one that I usually end up sleeping in if it turns night and I'm over in this area, instead of closer to my house. I just run in here and sleep. If we go upstairs, we have more paintings, stuff going on. Another big bedroom. These aren't really too detailed furnished. I might come back at some point and improve the furnishings of the house. But for now, it's what I have. Here's a little closet area. It's got nothing in it. Got more pots and plants around. Got a little bathroom. The sink and the bathtub. I haven't put any water in here. There's a toilet. We go over here. And we have the master bedroom. Tiny little bed. And then its own personal half bathroom. Got a window in here too. Yeah, that's basically it for the farmhouse. There is no attic. I feel like I should put an attic because there is plenty of room up there, if I remember right, for one. So, that exists. But yeah, that basically does it for my main area. I've done quite a lot of building, as you can see. I plan to do a whole lot more, so hopefully this area will have a lot more buildings and be more expanded by the time the next world tour happens. Oh yeah, there's a fountain. I didn't point that out earlier. And just to show that I did terraform this whole area, there is a little thing under here. You can see all the original terrain has been built over. There's a cave down there. But yeah, I didn't really destroy any of the trees or anything. I just covered everything up, destroyed as much as I needed to. But yeah, you can see all the work that kind of went into this build. It was a long project. But it was a fun one, so it was definitely worth doing. Now, we can do a quick little flyover of the area. Whoops. I hate that grass does that. And if I can fly straight, there we go. This is a giant cave down here. I've been getting diamonds and stuff from it. I won't go down there, though. But yeah, you can see the area is coming together pretty well. Got roads going everywhere, and I do plan on connecting all of my major builds with a road system. So this will have a road going that way where something's being built. I plan on building something over here. In this area, just right over there, I was planning on building a city over here, but I decided to move it to a different location. And now I think I might do some sort of, like, medieval town or something over here. This over here is a trail ruin that I dug out. Another cave. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the main area. I'm really happy with how things are turning out. There's a lot more work to do, but it's coming along pretty well. This way over here, I have been digging out a chunk. I tend to do this in every single world that I have. But I haven't done it in this world yet, completely. It's gotten pretty far down, but not all the way yet. And this is actually the first time I'm digging out a full chunk with the new world depth, so taking a lot longer than my previous chunk digouts. But got a bunch of stuff here. I'm mainly doing this to kind of turn this into my next big mine area, like how it was under the house where big areas dug out underground. I plan on doing that here. And also it's to get a ton of deep slate for my current project. Which we can go over and look at real fast now. There isn't much done to it, but I'll explain what it's going to be. And then we can go take a look at the nether and those things. So yeah, I'll probably cut it heading over there because it is a bit of a distance to travel. So I'll see you when we get to that project. Okay, we are coming up on the project now. This is the area where I'm going to be building a, like, more modern city. It's going to take forever to do, but I'm hoping I stick with it this time. But over here I am constructing the first building of the city. That's just where the beacon used to be. So you can see I've got my little bed area and things while I'm working on it. And here is the front of the building. I decided to go a bit crazy with the diamonds. Just wanted to make this look like a really rich building, because this is going to be my new big villager trading hall. It is going to be a big skyscraper, and on every single floor there is going to be a different type of villager. So, one floor will have the librarians, one floor will have the cartographers, and so on. So each villager type will have their own floor, making it a very tall building. And then on the very top floor will be a villager breeder. Trying to sleep before anything spawns. But the very top floor will be a villager breeder. That way I can transport all the villagers to all the floors they need to be at. The basement will be an iron farm. And the reason why I need a ton of iron and hoppers, like I mentioned earlier, is there's going to be a middle section over here. And it'll go straight up all the way through the building and basically have a giant sorting system for items going all the way down the entire building. And the items will get sorted so that each floor has a storage area where all the trades for that floor's villagers will be. So, like, the fishermen will have, like, a bunch of sticks, and farmers will have all the farm stuff. And basically, I'll just go to the top floor, deposit everything into the system, and it'll flow all the way down the entire building. Or at least that's the plan. So I'll see how that goes. And these are going to be bubble elevators going up to each different floor. One will be up, and then one will have like a slime block to just drop all the way down from whatever floor you're on. That way the villagers can be dropped down and hopefully not get hurt. I did some testing in a creative world to make sure it would work out, and it did, so that's also why I'm doing the villagers on the top floor, that way I can just drop them down to the floor they're needed instead of having to bring them up. So that'll be cool. But yeah, that's the beginnings of my next big project, so hopefully this building will be done by, it should be done by the next World Tour. I don't think I'd make the next World Tour without this one being done. But yeah. So let's head on back over to the main house. I'll show you the nether and then the couple of farms that we have. And then that'll do it for this World Tour. So I'll see you back at my house. Okay, we are back at the house now. So we can go down to the basement area and go into our nether portal. I've done some cool things in the nether, which I'm excited to show off, so go ahead and jump through. I turned off the distortion effects because they were annoying, so that's why the screen's not shaking. Okay, so you can already see a tower right there. First thing I want to show off, though, is the hole in the bedrock. I looked up how to break bedrock in survival mode, and spent a lot of TNT and a lot of hours breaking a hole, so that I can go from the nether roof to down here in the main part of the nether for all the things that I would need to do down here. It was a very long, painful process, but I'm really happy that I did it, because it just makes things a lot simpler. Okay, so this way, this is the first attempt at a gold farm. This one I designed myself, and that's why it failed. Basically, how it would work is there are turtle eggs here, and it didn't, like, completely fail, it's just not as fast as I'd like it to be. But basically, there's turtle eggs here, the zombie pigmen get brought over to here because they want to step on the eggs, they fall down, and then I would kill them from here. Their items would go down into the hoppers, and go into the chest system, which not much stuff actually made it in here, but, you know, I didn't use this one for very long. I almost immediately went and built a different one. So I will now show you the other gold farm, which I can't remember who I actually watched for the tutorial of this, but I know that the farm design is, I'm pretty sure it's Ilmango's design for a gold farm, so can't remember whose tutorial I watched, but it is designed by Ilmango. So, as you can see, it's pretty big, a lot bigger than my first one. Basically just, oh dear, hang on, let me just mute the game real fast. Forgot, there's like 100 minecarts here for the kill chambers. Basically the way it works, you stand up here, you shoot a pigman, and I didn't actually finish this because there's supposed to be pigmen that are permanently out just over there, that way they don't lose interest in you, but I didn't want to do that because it seemed like a more tedious process than I felt like dealing with at the time, but I'll probably go back and fix it. Basically, you shoot one of them with an arrow, like this, or like that. There we go. Never mind, he died. Alright, you have to not kill them. There we go. So they basically all flood over. They end up climbing into the little chambers, and there's enough minecarts and stuff where the entity cramming starts killing them, and they just start dying really fast. I get a ton of XP from it. They do eventually lose interest because I don't have the thing set up fully properly, as you can see. They don't care about me now. But you go down here, got the storage system set up. There's nothing, well, there's some stuff in these, but I cleaned it out after every use. This is all the golden stuff that I've collected so far. I got some smelters. Sorry if you hear noise outside. There's construction right across the street, and there's also somebody now revving a very loud engine for whatever reason. So sorry if you hear that. But this is where I smelt down all the swords and the golden nuggets. There's none in there right now. But yeah, this is my gold farm and my current XP farm that I use. I don't really use the Ender farm anymore. So yeah, there is that. And it took quite a long time to build, but I am happy with it. I'm glad that I was able to do it. It was a cool project to work on. Except for when gas spawned. Okay, I'm not sure what that path is, actually. I don't know. And I can't remember what this way is either. So let's go this way to the one where I actually know where it leads to. And this is a build that you might recognize from the previous video on the world. And that is my mob farm. It is very laggy over here, and I did expand on it for more storage. I will mute the game again, just to make sure that that's not too loud. There is a ton of stuff here, especially rotten flesh, and bones. I guess arrows are probably the more prominent thing. Gunpowder goes in there. But basically, the mobs die, minecart collects everything, there's a chest full of stuff. It's maybe not turning night, I thought it was turning night. Doesn't look like it though, I guess it's just raining. Yeah, I think in the last video I said that I was going to have the information for who designed some of the farms that I have. But this one, I kind of just built on my own. I didn't really follow anybody's designer tutorial. I just saw a picture of the farm, or I saw it in Hermitcraft or something. And I just built it by memory. So, it works pretty well. The only issue is when witches spawn, they don't die because they drink their fire resistance potions. So I'm going to have to figure out a way around that at some point. I do plan, or I have planned on turning it into a combination farm where it's a, skeleton's gonna knock me off, where it's a mob and an iron farm, because I discovered that if you put villagers in like little compartments not too far away from these platforms, these zombies will scare them and spawn iron golems down here. I did it in a testing world. So I might do that here in the survival world at some point, but I'm not sure, and that'll take care of the witch problem, and also give me some extra iron. Yeah, that's the mob farm. It hasn't really changed too much since last time, except for the new room and expansion. Can unmute the game now. That was really loud suddenly. This direction, I actually don't know if there's anything. This might be what leads to the... Oh no, this leads to a jungle where I was planning on doing a project and kind of gave up on it. So I can show you that real fast. Also got some pet parrots here that I have not taken over. Okay, very loud again, and it's raining. I'll go ahead and sleep to get rid of the rain so it's not all blurry, because I know YouTube compression kind of sucks sometimes. Here's my pet parrots. I thought I had one more. I thought I had a blue one, but maybe not. But I've been clearing out the jungle. I might return to this project at some point and continue it, but I was going to build a large kind of medieval city type area over here that would expand real far. Don't know if I'll do that, but the area exists, so yeah, I might do something here one day, especially since I have a portal to it. And then the other pathway might lead to the end area. I'm not sure. I can't remember if I actually made a portal over to the end. If I have, I haven't been using it. Oh, that might have just... Okay, never mind. That just ends there, so... Yeah. I don't really remember what I was doing there. I think that might have been I was trying to make a path for a gold farm, but it wasn't in the right biome. So yeah, the last thing to show you is the Ender farm, which I have to fly over to the end because I haven't done the portal for that yet. So I will probably cut it and come back once we're there. So I will see you when we get to the end. Okay, we have made it over here to the entrance to the end area. This little bed respawn area that I had for when I was fighting the dragon. And down here is the portal, which I haven't done any decoration to the portal room or anything yet. I do plan on doing that, but it hasn't been done quite yet. I got an empty chest here, covered up all the lava. If we jump in, then we end up here, and you can see the end farm. And it's been so long now that I have no clue what tutorial I watched for the end farm, so whoever designed this farm, I do apologize, but I don't know who you are. It's been a long time, like, well, I guess not a long time, but it's been almost 6 months since the last one. But yeah. I'll mute the game again. Haven't really used this in quite a while. Ever since I got the gold farm, this was just kind of almost obsolete, because got way too many end pearls, all that, so... Haven't really been using it, but it was cool that I built it, because it was the first time I ever did one of these. How good is my... Okay, my leech is fine, so... I can fly without worry. But you can see it works, brings the Endermen, they spawn up here, there's a, end bug, whatever they're called, there that, lures them in and they fall, all that, so... Not really much to talk about here in the end. Haven't really done too much yet. I was waiting to kill the Ender Dragon anymore and create any more of these portals until we saw what 1.21 was going to be, since everybody thought it was going to be an end update. I figured I'd wait to do too much with the end, but now that we know that it's not an end update, I'll probably finish killing the dragon all the times that I need to, and then just save some of the portals for if there ever is an end update. And maybe decorate the end a bit, so yeah. We'll see how that goes. I don't know where I'm going to spawn. I guess it's probably going to be at the mob farm. Oh, nope, it's going to be here. Okay. So yeah. We will head back to my house where I will wrap up the video. Okay, so we're back. And that is going to pretty much do it for this video. That's all the stuff that I've built in the world since the last world tour, about 6 months ago. I think I've made quite good progress. I don't know how long it'll be till the next world tour video. It could be another 6 months, it could be longer, it could be shorter, depends on how into Minecraft I get after the new update comes out and I start playing on the world more often again. I've been kind of wanting to play Minecraft more recently, so I might start getting back into the world more here soon and getting some stuff done and all that. But for now, progress has been pretty slow because I just burnt myself out on Minecraft a little bit building that and this one after another, and then getting the huge project of the villager trading area. Just kind of kept putting it off and quit playing on the world for a while. But yeah, so hopefully you all enjoyed the world. There's definitely been a lot of progress. We are actually on day 895 of the world, so, been here for a while. Not as long as my original solo world, though, that I've had a few videos on. That made it up to like 1400 days, I think, so by the next world tour, we'll definitely be there. But yeah. So, thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed the video and liked my world. Again, I don't know when the next world tour will be, but it'll be at some point. And actually, let me know in the comments section if you want to see kind of more frequent, small updates on this world. Because I'd be fine with making, like, little videos every once in a while just to show, like, hey, this is the project I'm working on currently. It's not done yet, but that's what I'm doing. So let me know in the comments if you want to see that. I'd be willing to do that. Just, I don't want to show off too much without doing one of these big world tour videos, and I'm now stuck, kind of. Let's just fall through here. Yeah. So I hope you all enjoyed, and if you did enjoy and liked the world and are excited for the next world tour video, or any of my future content, and you're not already subscribed, maybe consider subscribing. It would help out a lot. I haven't posted my, as of this going up, I haven't posted my year review video yet, but the new subscriber goal, I think, was like 350. So, we're quite a ways there so far, I guess. I don't know. Words are hard. But yeah, if you liked everything, then maybe consider subscribing. It would help out a lot. Also liking, commenting, even disliking, just any interaction with the video helps get it out there in the algorithm and helps the channel out a lot. So thank you for doing that if you do. And if you didn't, thank you for sticking around in the video anyway. Yeah, I think that's about all I have to say and all I have to show. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in my next video. Goodbye, everyone.